Hi, Adan and friends. We are the Recycloth, and this is our eco-friendly clothing survey. It is a survey to find out if both customers and manufacturers are willing to switch to more eco-friendly materials. And this is our team members.
Since clothing manufacturing process causes a lot of pollution to our society, a lot of brands decided to change their manufacturing processes to become more eco-friendly. However, there are not a lot of information about whether there is a relationship between the customer's interest in buying clothes that do less harm to the environment and the changing in manufacturing process to become more eco-friendly of the retail brands. As a result, our group decided to do the survey to see whether the customers' behaviors can possibly lead to the change of brands' manufacturing process to become more eco-friendly.
For the methodology, we will distribute the questionnaire to target sample including customers and sellers. Then the collected data will be used for statistic analysis for environmental benefits. The possible risks include number one, the result cannot be generalized due to restriction of sample. The second one is respondents from the seller side may not feel encouraged to provide accurate and honest answers. For the risk mitigations, we should attribute the questionnaire to the larger sample size so the result can be generalized to the rest of the population. The second one is that we are going to tell all of the sellers that this information will not be revealed to the public.
So moving on to the result of the first survey, which there are 110 people who participate in this survey. Most of them have an age range between 18 to 25 years old, which shows that majority of people who took the survey are university students. According to the survey, 77.3% of the respondents are aware of how much the fashion industry is causing pollution, but only 46.4% of them thinks that cloth manufacturing process are harmful to the environment at a high risk. However, 55% of the respondents indicate that they have never heard about big clothing brands that produce eco-friendly clothes, and only 2% of people who took the survey have an experience of buying an eco-friendly clothes. According to the survey, it can be seen that price and design play a major roles in customer when it's come to considering buying this kind of products. As can be seen on the slide, some of them comments like, I'm not really interested in eco-friendly clothes, but I just brought it because I like the design. Some of them say that they know the eco-friendly clothes and they want it, but because of the high price that prevent them from buying it. So as we can see that the price of the eco-friendly clothes are high. So we asked the participant what is an affordable rising rate of the products that they would consider to make a purchase when they buy. Almost 92% of them respond that they are only willing to buy to pay 30% more price compared to the normal processing clothes. The majority of the participants are willing to buy the products if the price of the eco-friendly clothes being reduced or similar to the normal processed clothes, so they can afford these eco-friendly products to save the environment. Looking at the result of the survey one, we can analyze that what prevented people from buying eco-friendly clothes is the high price. But most of the people who are really able to afford these clothes, eco-friendly clothes, focus more on the design, not because it saves the environment or because it is eco-friendly. Most of the customer is willing to buy eco-friendly clothes if the price are similar or lower compared to the normal processing clothes that they are used to buy. Moreover, we should discuss this with the seller to see if it's possible to reduce the price of the eco-friendly clothes, which we're going to further discuss in the result of the survey too. As can be seen from the survey that most of the people are not really aware of how much the fashion industry is causing the pollution. So maybe trying to raise an awareness on the amount of the pollution being produced by clothing industry may increase interest in buying an eco-friendly clothes, so does help both the seller and both save the environment, which is also good for individual.
So the result of
Survey 2, or the seller survey, we got the totals of 21 responses from this survey, and 81% of the responders, who are the brands, are aware of how much fashion industries are causing pollutions and have negative impact on the environment. Almost 50% of them doesn't know whether their products are eco-friendly or not, and not even one responder answered that their products are eco-friendly. 62% of them thinks that they are worried about the negative impact of their brands to the environment, and 14% of them said that they are not worried. 95% of them said that they would want to add an eco-friendly product to their brands if the cost of the products or the manufacturing costs are the same as normal clothing, because there is a market for eco-friendly clothing according to our survey. And around 75% of them said that they will still be considering to add an eco-friendly products to their brands, even though the eco-friendly products have a higher manufacturing cost, as the customers are willing to pay 30% more for eco-friendly products from our survey. However, 25% of them said that they are not sure whether they want to add or not due to the higher costs. Survey was that if you are considering to add an eco-friendly product to your brand, what will you change? And what we got for the response are the brands are mostly willing to change their products to be more eco-friendly by using a more eco-friendly fabrics and materials. 9 responders are thinking of adding instruction to properly get rid of clothes. And another 3 alternatives that we got from our survey was dyeing the fabric in a more eco-friendly way, change to eco-friendly packagings, and lastly, to use a leftover fabrics to do something more useful. So to sum up the seller survey, from the result, we can analyze that brands are willing to change to a more eco-friendly manufacturing process or to produce products that are more eco-friendly if there is a market for them. Also, they are willing more to produce eco-friendly products if the costs are similar or less than the normal cost compared to a 30% higher manufacturing cost, even though they can sell the products in a higher price. Moreover, we should provide them information regarding the eco-friendly fabrics, materials, fabric dyeing process, and packaging in order to make it easier for the brands to understand about eco-friendly products, so that it would be a guideline for the brands to follow correctly.
In overall, we can see that from both consumer and seller are more concerned in pollution effect from clothing industry to environment. Most people, both from consumer and seller, have concern and interest to support eco-friendly industry, but there are some few factors interfering the change. As in industry of eco-friendly product, the manufacturing requires higher budget and more cost-consuming than normal clothing production, and normally sell the product in expensive price rate. This make problem to both consumer and seller. As for consumer, problem causing low rate of supporting eco-friendly clothing are price rate and design. For those who able to afford green product, they concern more about the design of clothes they are going to buy. As from seller, consuming production of eco-friendly manufacturing can be as very challenging task as marketing of the product. But despite the problem, some factory and brands start to manage method to organize production of eco-friendly clothing and environment caring method for discarding waste and maybe process of reusing less goods.
The limitations we found in our project is that we can only gather 21 response from the seller survey, so we expect to get around 50. But that doesn't affect our project results or conclusion because we can still able to conclude the project based on the result we receive from the customer and seller survey. Also, because of the current situation, we cannot meet and communicate face to face, making it harder for us to discuss and work together.
Suggestion for improvement. Considering that it's not financially viable for a brand to change their product line to be more eco-friendly, and that the customer prioritizes more on pricing and the design of the product instead of eco-friendliness of the product, it's much simpler and easier to reduce the impact indirectly by letting the brand inform or suggest the customer a proper way to dispose of their clothes. This includes methods that are very easy to implement, such as suggesting that the customer instead recycle or resell the clothing instead.
Benefits of the project. There are three parts. First, social benefits. People become more aware of the pollution that fashion clothing brands create. Second, economic benefits. Clothing companies are able to reduce its costs since they realize what their customers actually would prefer to buy. Lastly, environmental benefits. People are willing to help improve the environment by using more environmentally friendly clothes. Conclusion. Changing the clothing manufacturing process to become more environmentally friendly is crucial, since the conventional manufacturing process creates pollution to the environment. Nevertheless, it is challenging to achieve this change due to the uncertain demand of greener products. However, our project provides the understanding relationship between the customer's interest in buying environmentally friendly clothes and the changing in clothing manufacturing process to become more environmentally friendly. As a result, we are one step closer to the greener society.